Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Linux Techie. Today I'm gonna show you how we can create an EC2 instance on AWS console, and after creating an EC2 instance I will also show you how we can host a website on our EC2 instance. So let's get started. So we have logged in the AWS console, and let's move to the EC2 section. In EC2 we have lots of services and lots of features like instances, AMIs, EBS volumes, security groups, even load balancers. I'll teach about load balancer later and auto scaling as well, but this video I have made only for creating an EC2 instances and host a static website on it. So let's move to the instances. Launch instance. Now you have to select an AMI, and AMI is an Amazon Images. It is a complete backup of operating system. So you can choose any operating system here. Let's choose Ubuntu 18, Ubuntu 16. You can choose any of your Ubuntu flavor and Ubuntu server. I'm using Ubuntu server 16. So in the instance type, there are many instance types available in AWS. You need to choose according to your requirement. So there are T class, there are T2 nano, T2 micro. T2 micro is very small instance which have only one shared CPU and 1 GB of RAM, and it comes under the free tier also. So if you have a free tier AWS account, you will not be charged anything. So we have lots of other instances as well. T2 medium with 2 vCPUs and 4 GB of RAM. So you can select it according to your requirements. We have also RAM utilized or memory based instances as well. So let's move further. We need to host a static website, so we just require a small instance. So I am just using T2 micro. So we need to select a number of instances. I just want to create a one instance. I can also create many instances at the same time. I'm creating just one instance. There is an option of launch into auto scaling group. This topic will be covered later. Purchasing option. You can also request a spot instance here. Spot instance is also will be covered in the later videos. So you just need to select a default VPC, and you can select any of the subnet inside this VPC. I'm selecting this one, and it is asking auto assign public IP. So do you want your instance to have a static public IP or not? So if you enable it, your instance will have a public IP. If you disable it, your instance will not have any public IP. So I want a public IP, so I am just enabling it. It is a placement group. You can logically combine your instances in a group, and that is called a placement group. Capacity reservation, not necessary. IAM role. We don't have any IAM role right now, so I cannot select. So IAM role would be covered also in the later videos. It is a simple video which I have just created for Ec2 Instance and host a static website. So you can select shutdown behavior, means whenever you shut down the instance, it should stop or it should terminate. And if you want monitoring details like disk utilization, IO utilization, RAM utilization, then you can click on the enable CloudWatch detailed monitoring, but I don't want anything, so I'm not selecting it. Enable termination policy. Yeah, if you are creating instance for your production environment, you must select this, because whenever you enable this feature and someone has access to your account, or even you accidentally terminate your instance, it will not allow you or anyone else to terminate the instance. It is a termination protection policy. So here is a tenancy. There are 3 types of tenancies. By default is a shared tenancy, dedicated instances, and dedicated host. So you need to know about these all 3. So I have wrote some line for you. So a shared tenancy, your virtual machine is running on a shared underlying hardware. When you stop and start your instance again, your virtual machine's underlying hardware could be changed. And dedicated instance, in dedicated instance, when you start or stop your instance or VM, your underlying hardware could be changed, but that underlying hardware would be dedicated to you only. And the third one is dedicated host. It is similar to dedicated instance, but in this, whenever you start or stop any of your instance or VM, the underlying hardware will not be changed. It is completely dedicated to you. Most of the big companies use dedicated host because some of the applications require the hardware licensing as well. So if you want to apply, or if you are having any hardware license, so you need a dedicated host for that. And we have another option, T2 T3 unlimited. If you enable this, your instance can burst up to T classes, and your instance can consume more CPU above the baseline. If you can read it, enabling T2 T3 unlimited allows application to burst beyond the baseline for as long as needed at any time. If the average CPU utilization of the instance is at or below the baseline, the hourly instance price automatically covers. File system is a EFS, elastic file storage. It is basically a network file system. If you have heard about NFS, network file system, it is similar to that. So I don't want any. In the advanced section, you will get a user data section. Here you can write a shell script which will be running whenever your instance will be creating. At the boot time, this script runs. Next, add storage. You can select different volume types. We have SSD, we have IOPS SSD, and we have traditional magnetic storage, SATA storage. And IO1 is provisioned IOPS. in this volume type, you can claim or you can request number of input output per seconds as per your requirements, like 20,000, 10,000, 5,000, as per your application requirement. You can use this, but we do not need it right now. So next, add tags. Tags are very essential thing, because when you have lots of instances in your AWS account, you cannot find any instance easily. So what we need to do is, we can just create a tag with name and prod server. We can create a new security group, and we can allow port 80. We can assign a security group name, basic HTTP security group. So we need to allow port 22 for SSH access, and we need to allow port 80 for our static website. Review and launch. You can review your all configuration here. If you want to edit, you can still edit any configuration, and you just need to launch. Now you have to create a key pair. You can give any name, like my HTTP instance. Download key pair, my HTTP instance.pem file, launch instance. So you can again go to the Ec2 instance section. As you can see, the instance is running now. So this is the public IP. Now we need to log in into the server. First we need that SSH key pair private file, private key file, my HTTP PEM file here. So now I have this file. So I need to first give it the permission 600. in the system. Now let's deploy our web application to this server. So I have a sample website, this sample website. Let's upload it to the server. I'm using SCP to copy it recursively. Elements folder inside the home Ubuntu folder. Okay. Okay. -R we need to give before I. No. Sorry. So we have successfully copied our website into that server. Let's log into the server again. Here we have the files. Let's become sudo first. Let's move all the content to the var www.html. Now switch to that side. Now just restart the web server Apache. Now let's refresh the page, and here you can see we have successfully hosted a static website on our Ec2 instance. Those who are watching the video and still not subscribed to the Linux Techie YouTube channel, please do subscribe and hit like and share my video so that I can upload more. Thank you so much, guys.